Hello, it's around 6 in the evening and I like to go and have a walk around our piece of land. Well, this is a very pleasant change. It's not always mown when I arrive, but it is this time. Lovely. Let's have a good look at the garden, and I say garden in the broader sense of the term because only a small part of it is actually a garden that's tended to, and the rest is just a piece of land where the animals are basically allowed to roam more or less free, and we do encourage wild animals to come here and just make this space their own, really, more or less, within reason. One of the first things I tend to check is that the fences are still standing, and half the time they're not, because our heavy horses are they're a pair of bullies sometimes. Well, what's new? It is as expected. This little copse, hold on, there's meant to be a wire going from all the way down there to this corner here. You can see the box, and that they've destroyed that completely still. So yeah, on the whole, still quite a lot of work, but I'm optimistic. It's much better than usual at this time of year. And the blossom, I can't get over that. It's beautiful. Just look at that pink cherry, it's unbelievable. The blossom on it, I mean, I've just never seen it like this. And I think the video doesn't really do it justice either. It's such a vibrant pink. Beautiful. Yep, it's springtime. Hey, crazy. And the donkey going right after. They're so daft. Oh. Yeah. You okay? I'm just going to move this quickly because this is what gets caught in the lawnmower. Aha! My brother's mowing. Right, well, I've got to clear up here so he can mow. Quick! Yes, because it has to be said that when members of my family are mowing and they see something in the long grass that shouldn't be there, they tend to mow around it instead of getting off the lawnmower and moving it out of the way. It has to be said that the lawnmower is a model that it's a Cub Cadet, so if you get off it, it stops. So you have to start it again. It's too much of a bother. I mean, I get it. We're busy clearing up this wall now, ridding it of the ivy. It's climbing up onto this little cherry tree. So what have you found?
I found a gooseberry bush.
A gooseberry bush?
A gooseberry bush growing on the wall.
On the wall?
The wall.
Okay.
Look,
well, that's hardly surprising. Fruits. Oh yes, they've even got... Oh, how cute. Hold on, I can't really focus on them. Oh, that's sweet. That's a wacky place to be growing.
Right.
The number of figs is absolutely exceptional this year. It must have several hundreds on here.
More figs than leaves.
More figs than leaves almost, yeah. So this is definitely the end of our Paulonia, but it's so pretty amazing. They're really, hold on, how do I describe them? Well, here's one. And it was smothered in these. So here is a view of the house and our bit of land from above. This is quite an old one. It's not absolutely up to date. The thick black line delimits the protected area, approximately. In the middle you can see the house. Then you can see the pigeon tower. To the left are 2 rows of limes. That's the main drive. At the far left, the church and the entrance to the drive, and on the right is the second row of limes. And at the back of the house here, you can see the garden as it used to be. It was a very, very nice garden, but now it's limited to this area here, which on the one hand is a shame. And on the other hand, it's probably just as well because we don't have a paid gardener. We do it all ourselves. And when I say we, it's mostly those who live there, i.e. my brothers who mow the lawn a lot, dig trenches when they have to, and Mum is the head gardener and the sole gardener, and I help when I'm there. And we don't have any big, heavy duty equipment, so it's all by hand and with shovels, trowels, garden forks, the usual stuff. But yeah, it's a big job, and I can't stress enough how fast the grass grows in Normandy at this time of year. So that's why we're spending most of our time outside and not working on the house right now, because the garden has to look semi-decent as well. Back into the garden now to collect lots of branches which were cut off after the winter and that need picking up. So this is our preferred method of working. My mother prunes back the buddleia in this case, at the very latest in March, and the prunings just remain on the ground for about a month, and then the grass starts growing up through them, and the next time I'm back we collect up with a lot of difficulty. We have to pull out all these sticks which are bone dry, so they snap very easily, and the grass is about that long, and we regret it every year, but that's the way we work. So I'm not doing this all by myself. My brother Max is going to be back in a minute. He's taking my mum to a medical appointment. But he does have to take it easy. He's not overdoing it because last week he bumped his head quite badly and he lost his memory for about 24 hours. We had to keep repeating the same thing about every 2 minutes, which was slightly worrying. A bit of amnesia. I'm not sure what the moral of that is, but maybe he should just not start playing football at the age of 40, or maybe just switch to something a little more softcore, like table tennis or table football, baby foot as they call it in French. Football for babies. But he still gets a bit dizzy sometimes. Yeah, concussion is no laughing matter. So it's true that I'm doing a bit less in the house at the moment and more in the garden because it's the springtime in Normandy, and that's no joke. We have to stay on top of this. I thought it was. I thought you'd get that though. Okay, you just step on it.
Oh, drive around like that.
Yeah, there's still a list to be up there. pull off the bag.
Well, we'll see. We'll get most of it over there anyway.
Yeah.
There we are.
Okay. Good to go. Good. Wow, look at that. Hey, 4 weeks ago, this hive was abandoned and now suddenly it's buzzing again. That makes me happy. I think I'm going to give the local beekeeper a call so he can come and give me a hand in restoring this hive, because the last time we looked at it and we discovered that it was empty, we just, put the bits back on top of each other in any old order, almost. I mean, we put the roof on the top, but the rest is really just sort of bungled together. So I want to give them the best chance possible to thrive here. Well, I was all excited because the bees were back. And yesterday, when the beekeeper came to have a look at the situation, the bees had gone. So he said, oh, they're either abeilles voleuses, so they're just coming to steal any honey that's left in the hive. But in fact, we opened the hive and it's dead. There's not much you can do with it. Including the honey, there's none left. Everything is in very bad condition. So I thought, okay, well, I'll deal with it later. And about half an hour ago, I looked out the window and there were bees again in the hive. And I thought, oh, quick, let's go out there and try and reconstruct the hive, because we have plenty of little bits lying around in the cellar. 10 minutes later, I was out there and the bees had gone again. So you've got to be really fast, apparently. I don't think they were stealing anything, because there's nothing to steal. I think it's just wild bees looking for a home. So now, before more bees come back, so a stinging potential there, I am just going to try and reconstruct a hive completely, so that if anyone does come back, they might just find a cozy home. So the old broken down hive is there, and I have decided to put the new one over there, out of everyone's way, because I have 2 small children. And there are other small children running around from time to time, so it's for them too, just a bit further away. Right, well, I've managed to put together 2 beehives, different formats. They're just different sizes, and they're very incomplete, both of them, so I'm going to have to complete them. Buy the extra bits, anything that's missing, try and make them agreeable to any bees who happen to be passing by. Sorry, Spidey. Let's go and pick up the next pile of stuff right there, and another one right there. Yes, I am making a beginner's mistake. I am hauling brambles and rose cuttings around to the fire without wearing gloves. Not very clever, but I'm in such a hurry. Well, it seems to have started all right. That's pretty cool. The horses are used to it. They stay away, don't worry about them. They're pretty chilled about it. It's not the first time we've had a fire here in our garden. On our land. I'm tired of getting pricked in the fingers. Just got to get my gloves. I love these. They're thick. I use them summer and winter. They're great for brambles, roses, anything with thorns, basically. Heavy duty. Right, we're in the copse now. There's quite a lot of damage during the winter, so we're going to have to try and pull those down. They're quite heavy though, but Maxim has his trailer here, and then just pick up bits and bobs. This is a real haven for animals. We planted this. This was just a field, and we planted it. My father planted a few things. My mother and I planted a few others, and some things just popped up spontaneously, and the animals love it here. There are regularly wild boar, deer running through here, hares. I think we have a badger somewhere. I'm not sure if he lives on our land or if he just traipses through here sometimes, but it's nice. But yeah, we have to pick up that pile over there. Oh, and I found a horseshoe. And this big branch maybe. Yeah, we'll do a little cleanup today. So back to work on this part. There are still at least 2 or 3 big branches I have to pull down from this Sylvester pine. It seems to be that they just broke off during a storm or something. Regardless, I have to put them on the fire, I think, because here they're just not doing much and they're not very pretty. They're going all yellow. So I'll see which one comes away most easily. Not this one. Not this one. Maybe this one. Oh, yep, looks good. Yeah, that one's cut off. Right. Well, there you are. I've done everything I could. That's most of the branches with orange needles. And I've done about 10 little travels to the fireplace. I've put everything that's dead on it. And I think for now I'm stopping. I'm just going to move the last little branches here. But I'm beginning to feel rather exhausted because I'm doing it by hand and my brother's not there with his trailer. So I think enough is enough. Let's call it a day. So which varieties did you say we had apart from Andine?
Well, there are 3 on the inn, but as they've all been muddled up, I don't know anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They were all together in straight lines.
But without labels.
Well, one, yeah, it's not terribly important. I mean, they're all tomatoes.
They'll produce tomatoes, yeah.
We'll see what they are.
They'll probably taste nice as well.
Quite larger, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice, very pretty.
Flowers, yeah.
Nice flowers. We don't have much indication of what it is though, except
No,
it says
it starts with a C.
Hartlagswein. No idea.
No, it's nothing like the name of something. That's the variety.
I love things where at this stage.
Yeah,
It's very pretty.
lovely. Fat bulbs.
Nice.
Well, not very much.
Nice plant. We bought this. Very nice, huh? It's twilight, or almost dark in fact, in the churchyard, and it's silent, except for a few very, very noisy frogs in our pond.